Hey everybody, welcome to Flowers Between Friends. I'm Georgia Edgington, lead designer here at LenBuschRoses. Today you're going to want to watch because we are talking about plants. So I guess technically it's plants between friends. And as you can see, this is not Kristen here, my partner. We have a new friend with us today. We have a guest friend on Flowers Between Friends, Lauren Lure. And what is your position here at LenBuschRoses?
Yes, hi. I'm happy to be here with you today, Georgia.
Thank you.
My position, I'm product manager overseeing plants and supplies. So I'm still new in this role, still learning and loving everything that I'm getting to do here with green plants.
Great. Thank you so much for pinch hitting and being part of it.
Absolutely.
And Lauren recently just got back from Florida, Tampa, Bay Area, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what were you doing down there? You were at the IFE.
TPI Expo. We had an awesome opportunity last week to go check out this expo where...
And what does that stand for? What does TPI stand for?
Good question. Tropical Plants International Expo.
Okay, awesome.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Close enough. There you go. Okay, and so what did you do? What was?
Yeah, so we had a great time. We were able to spend half of the week touring a lot of different farms that we buy our product from, and that was over in the Apopka outside Orlando area.
Wow.
And then the second half of the week we went over to Tampa, where there were even more farms and vendors set up displaying their products and giving us opportunity to speak with them and learn about what they have to offer.
I have to ask, how was the weather?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was up to 80 degrees there during the day. We thought it was a little funny. It was almost a 100-degree difference between there and here. So it was definitely a shock to come back, but it was, unfortunately, we didn't get to spend too much time out in the sun.
Yeah, it's been cold. So you came from the nice warm weather and brought back bunch of different plant knowledge with you and learned a bunch of new things.
Yes.
Okay, now I know that Lauren had mentioned one thing to me, that the ivy farm that you toured was amazing. So talk to us a little bit about some ivies and fun things that you saw.
If you've ever bought our ivy, you'll know that we have had a transition. So about maybe a little over a year and a half ago, our ivy vendor kind of went out of business. They sold off. So we transitioned to a different grower that we just were never quite as happy with from a quality standpoint. So the person who actually grew the ivy at that vendor broke off on his own and started doing it, just him and his wife, this beautiful greenhouse. And they're just really just top notch in the quality. And they do some different things special for us, like this heart wreath that we're happy to offer from Valentine's.
Beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful.
And it's perfect timing because of Valentine's. And imagine dressing this up, customers, for in your shops. And it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is. We're super happy to have them back from a quality standpoint.
And we get green ivies, variegated ivies from them, novelty ivies, different things like that.
So at Christmas time, they do some Christmas tree cones for us, and some hoop wreaths as well. So
wonderful.
It's great.
And different sizes, 4-inch, 6-inch.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep. And they plant all their own. Obviously, they don't even buy the growths. They do it all themselves. They have their own parent plants that they cut them off and grow them.
So they know the business.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, great. Well, let's talk a little bit too about a few things that we really have kind of right now. And one of my favorites, Lauren, is the bird's nest plant.
Yes.
And we have this in 4- and 6-inch size. They are so easy to grow. Have you ever grown one?
I have not.
Okay, they are so easy to grow. My favorite time of year to get them is right about this time of year. And to get them in my house, enjoy them for a while, but then to get them outside for the summer months because they really love the humidity and they will take off. They grow fairly quickly. They're great in a pot by themselves, but I love to mix them in the summer with different things, and then I repot them and bring them in the fall and take them through the winter. They really are a hardy, easy to care for plant. So Sarah, this might be a good one for you to try. Our camera gal, Sarah, she seems to struggle with her plants. She loves them, but they seem to kind of die quickly on you, don't they, Sarah? She's nodding. Okay, one that Sarah has really tried and one that I think I'm going to take home with me, because I've always liked the money plant, and it's or the money tree, and this one is braided, and I just love them. They're just so fun. This time of year, Chinese New Year, this is kind of a popular plant. But they're really easy to care for. Unlike what Sarah thinks, they're actually easy to care for. So you don't want to water them that often. You want to water deep, meaning that, so Lauren, I don't know if you know this, but meaning that you stick your finger down in, and you don't want to water until it's 50 or 75% down in the dirt, and then it's dry. That's when you want to water. And you never want them to sit in a tray of water. So when you water them, you want to let it run through. So let it just kind of sit in there for a little bit, run through. And then after a few minutes, you want to take that tray and you want to dump that tray of water. You don't want them sitting ever in a tray of water because that's going to cause root rot. And I think that was kind of your problem, Sarah. I think you wound up with root rot. And then you get some bugs and that kind of thing, and you don't want that either. And another one with this exact same care regimen is actually Moses in the Cradle. So, and right now we've got these, and isn't this pretty, Lauren?
It is. The color is beautiful.
Look at I know, it's beautiful.
Brings you right into spring.
Color. It really does. And it's exact same again. The watering, same thing, water deep, 50 to 75%. Don't let it sit in the water, make sure you drain it. And then the same with light as well. They like indirect bright light. So it's easy thing to take care of. It's, you know, they really like that nice indirect light. Money plant, I like to tell people as well that every time you water your money plant, which is probably going to be about every couple of weeks, you turn it so that it continue to grow evenly around the canopy. So you want to turn it, you know, so it evenly gets that sun. So there's a couple things too. And yeah, do you have a favorite plant, Lauren?
I really like pothos.
Okay.
They're simple, they're easy to care for.
Love it.
Yep, and you can start more off of it.
Well, you've got one right next to you then.
Yes, absolutely. And this was something too that was neat when we were visiting farms. They are starting to really grow some different varieties. So we're all used to the jade and the
this one is the golden.
Yep. Used to the different varieties that we have, kind of the standard ones, but they're starting to do some tests with even more variegation and just some really different colors popping through, which are really beautiful. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get some of those sometime this year.
Good. And this is one of my favorite plants as well. And they're really easy to care for, aren't they?
They are, yes.
And they grow fast.
They grow
and
fast.
they start to drape. And again, another plant that I like to take outside on my deck in the summer months, and my deck is covered. And so it gets that indirect bright light again, and they really take off, get strong, beautiful, and then bring them in the house for the winter, and they're great to go. Something that some people don't know about house plants also in the winter, especially here in Minnesota, because we have such a cold climate and a dry climate, mist your house plants. Most house plants really want to be misted. These two love misting. Anything in that tropical background wants to be misted. Ivies love misting as well. So kind of mist them to help keep a little bit of that moisture on their leaves in our dry weather. But also during that winter month, that's when their growth slows. It's kind of when they hibernate a little bit and they kind of take a rest. They don't need fertilizer. Fertilizer will actually be a little bit uncomfortable for them if you fertilize. So don't start fertilizing until mid-spring. I like to say late March in that area, when they're starting to feel like, ooh, they're feeling it just like we are. Spring is coming. We want a little dose of vitamin C or vitamin D in our system. They want it too. So that is when you start to fertilize again, and then fertilize through your summer months, and then slow it down in the fall. In winter, you can kind of go no fertilizers. So there's a little knowledge for you as you continue to be a plant mom. So a couple more that we want to talk about. Well, first of all, you've got, is it bananas? I think a string of bananas.
Bananas, I think.
Yeah, that's bananas. So, yeah, we've got some of those right now, and they're really popular and fun to have, especially this time of year, because they make great desk plants. And right around this time of year, Valentine's, into that, you know, January, February time frame, people like to bring some of that green stuff into the offices, whether it's the home office, whether it's the work office, out of the home office. So those are a fun thing to have, and right now we've got them.
We do.
So grab them. Yep, Lauren and Cindy are always so good about getting plants in for us and keeping our plant stock going as much as we can right now, and it's really flourishing and it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you for all that you guys do. I want to talk about two more real quickly. The Panda Plant. Look at him.
So cute.
Isn't he cute? And they're beautiful right now, and we've got some of these. We've got about 21, 22 in that area. Actually, this guy's going to come home with me. I think he needs a new home, but he is so cute. I just love him. He's velvety. He's a succulent texture. I love the brown on him, and just really a great accent, and again, easy to care for, low watering, indirect light, and they're just really, really pretty. I love that Panda Plant. And then this one here. Okay, I'm probably going to murder the name, aren't I?
I would too. It's okay.
Portulacaria. I think I got it right. The Portulacaria plant. This is also called the elephant plant. And the reason it's called that is because it's very tropical, grown in parts of Africa. And I guess elephants
They eat it.
eat it. They love it. And in the proper tropics, it's actually a low-growing plant, and it loves to spread and grows. It's a slow grower, is what I heard, or what I read. But in the proper growth regions, these, like in Africa, can grow 20 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I was sitting here thinking, well, how are elephants? Yeah, they can bend down. They're not like giraffes that have to, really work to bend down. But they've got their long little noses. But I guess they can grow fairly big too. So that makes it easy for elephants.
Not this one in
not
your
that
house.
one, apparently. Yeah, the elephants that are passed by him. He's not worth their time, I don't think. But they're beautiful, and they are definitely part of the succulent family as well. So there you go. The Spath. We want to talk about Spath. We got to pull him up, Lauren. Did you learn anything about Spath? Did you go to a Spath? You did, right?
We do. So we buy our Spath from a grower that only grows Spath, and boy, are they amazing at it. It's just beautiful. They plant upwards of 10,000 seedlings of Spath every single week.
Oh my.
It's absolutely unbelievable to see, and they just have got it down to perfection.
Right.
They're beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. So there you go, and everybody loves a Spath. They're kind of this universal plant.
Yeah.
I've seen people use them at Easter, in place of an
Like a
Easter
lily,
lily.
yeah.
Yeah. And of course, it's something that's easy to use for funeral work, but it's also great for church work and businesses because they're such an easy plant to care for. They don't need a direct light source, easy to water, and if you do forget to water them, that's a very forgiving plant. They come back just like that. So Kristen has one on her desk upstairs that she's been trying to kill for years, and she can't. So anyway, that's the Spath. And like you said, the grower they do it well, don't they?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit about plants. Sarah, I don't know if you spanned a little bit behind us to kind of show the rows of plants for everybody that we've got right now, but we're happy to bring these to you, everybody, and thanks for being with us today on Flowers Between Friends or Plants Between Friends. Lauren, again, thank you for your help.
Thanks
it was
for having me.
wonderful, and glad you had a nice warm time down in
Yes.
Florida.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week.